Breaking up is one thing, but getting over your ex, that's something else. You delete their number, but you know it by heart. You swear you won't check their social media, but at midnight, you're scrolling anyway. A song, a place, a memory, it just pulls you right back in. And here's a question. Why is it that we know a relationship wasn't good for us, but still feel completely stuck on our ex? The truth is, it's not about them anymore. It's about you. And in this video, I'm going to share real, practical, and heart-centered steps you can take to let go of your ex. Not by forgetting them, but by remembering who you are. And to make this really simple, I created a formula called F.O.R.W.A.R.D, a step-by-step path to help you stop looking back and finally start to move forward. Hi there. Welcome to Love with Eve. I'm Eve Kyle. I'm a relationship coach and women's empowerment coach. I help women rebuild their love life without repeating their past. And if you ever felt stuck in the pain of a breakup, I want to know this. I've been where you are, and I'm here to help you move from the place of pain into a place of freedom. So let's dive into this F.O.R.W.A.R.D formula. First, F is for feel what's real. You can't move forward if you skip this part. Too many of us try to outrun our emotions. We keep busy, we numb ourselves, we pretend we're fine, but the pain just creeps into other areas of our lives. Here's the truth. You have to let yourself feel it. Grief after breakup is real. You're not just missing a person, you're mourning the future you thought you were building together. You're mourning the version of yourself you thought you were in that relationship. I remember one of my clients said, I didn't cry because I wanted him back. I cried because the picture I painted of our life was gone. It's not always about this person, it's about the dream you attach to them. So here's my coaching question for you. What dream do you feel you lost when this relationship ended? Pause and really think about it. Was it the dream of building a family together? The dream of feeling safe and secure? The dream of growing old side by side? Naming the dream helps you see what you're truly grieving. And here's the powerful part. That dream is still yours. Just because the relationship ended doesn't mean the dream is gone. Maybe one day you'll share it with someone who truly deserves it. Or maybe as you heal, you'll discover that your dream shifts into something even more beautiful and authentic to you. But for now, remind yourself, that dream belongs to you. Nobody can take it away. So give yourself permission to feel the weight of that loss. Cry if you need to. Journal your heart out. Talk it through with someone else. Scream into a pillow if that's your body needs. Your feelings are not wrong. They are part of your healing. Remember, you are not broken. You are human. And the grieving is just how healing begins. Next, O is for observe your thoughts. One of the hardest parts of a breakup is how your mind tricks you. It's spotlighting the good moments while dragging you through the bad all over again. And that's why moving on feels so hard. It's like your brain just won't let you rest. But here's the truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the one observing them. So instead of fighting your mind, notice it with compassion. When you think, maybe he'll come back, don't shame yourself. Take a breath and say, that's my longing speaking. And that's a part of me afraid of being alone. When you think, what if he's happier with someone else? You can say, that's my fear of being replaced. Do you see the shift? It's not about pushing your thoughts away. It's about recognizing what they are pointing to underneath. Your longing, your fear, your wounds. Here's a reflection question. What's the thought that comes up to me the most? And what is really pointing to? And let's be real, the middle of the night is when these thoughts scream the loudest. At 3 a.m., everything feels heavier. So here's a gentle mantra. Tell yourself, no midnight decisions. I will think about this in daylight. Sometimes just promise yourself, I will revisit this tomorrow is enough to calm your mind. And remember, your thoughts aren't enemies to fight. They're signals asking to be understood. Next, R is for refocus your attention. Once you honor your feelings and notice your thoughts, it's time to redirect your energy. Because where your attention goes, your life grows. When all your attention is on your ex, everything else shrinks. Your joy shrinks, your self-esteem shrinks, your self-worth shrinks, your future shrinks. But when you start giving your attention back to you, to the things that make you feel alive, you create room for healing. So here's my challenge. Make a list of 10 things that make you feel like yourself, things that spark joy or peace. It doesn't have to be big. Listen to music that makes you dance, taking walks outside, having coffee with a friend, picking up a hobby you left behind, even something as simple as lighting a candle, reading a book. And when your mind drifts back to your ex, just gently say, I see where my thoughts are going. Now I'm choosing to focus on something that nourishes me instead. Remember, every time you redirect your attention, you are teaching yourself that you matter more than your past. Next, W is for write, reflect, reframe. Writing is one of the most powerful ways to heal because it transforms pain from something that consumes you into something that you can hold, look at, and release. Here's a simple exercise. Write a letter to your ex. Pour it all out, the anger, the hurt, the gratitude, the goodbye, and then don't send it. Tear it up, burn it, bury it, because you want closure. You don't want to reopen Pandora's box. The letter is for you, not for them. And here's second exercise. Make 2 lists on a piece of paper. On one side, write why the relationship didn't work. For example, he was never present even when he was physically here. I felt anxious around him. I didn't feel seen. On the other side of the paper, write what I want in my next relationship. For example, I want to feel safe. I want a partner who makes me laugh. I want someone who respects me. When you compare what you wrote side by side, you can see clearly that what you lost was not aligned with what you truly deserve. And that will give you a peace of mind and reassure you that you deserve better. Next, A. A is for action with compassion. Healing doesn't happen in one giant leap. It happens in daily steps. But the kind of steps matter. Too often we try to rush our healing. We say, I should be over this already. Why is it taking so long? But shame and pressure don't heal you. Compassion does. That's where self-compassion comes in, which I talk about in my last week's video as part of self-love. So make sure to check it out. So healing comes from self-compassion. Right now, you're hurt. You need kindness, patience, and grace with yourself more than ever. So instead of asking, why am I still stuck? You can say, I'm going through a tough time. And what's one small thing I can do for myself today? Maybe it's cooking yourself a nourishing meal. Maybe it's reaching out to a trusted friend. Maybe it's turning off your phone and giving yourself an early night rest. Tiny compassionate actions add up. They teach your nervous system, I'm safe, I'm cared for, I'm worth showing up for. So remember, you can't push yourself into healing. You can only love yourself into it. And R is for reconnect with yourself. This step is about rediscovery. Because breakups aren't just about losing someone else, they're about losing yourself along the way. So I want you to think back. Who were you before them? What parts of yourself did you put on the shelf? What dreams did you silence because you thought you wouldn't fit into the relationship? Now is the time to bring those parts back. Maybe it's a hobby you stopped doing. Maybe it's friendships you let fade. Maybe it's simply learning how to enjoy your own company again. I know someone who picked up her guitar again after years, and at first her fingers hurt and she felt awkward, but soon it became her favorite part of the day. Another one started baking again just for herself, and it reminded her that she could create sweetness in her life on her own. So remember, the real loss wasn't them, it was you. And it's time to reclaim yourself. Last one, D is for dream forward. Let's talk about future. Because you can't move forward if you keep reading the same chapter over and over again, hoping the ending will be different. It won't. But you can start writing a brand new one. So here's my challenge. Dream forward. Take a notebook and write on the top what I want my life to feel like. Close your eyes. Picture yourself 5 years from now. Where do you wake up? What's your morning like? Who's by your side? How do you feel? Don't limit yourself. Write it all down. The kind of partner you want, not just what they look like, but who they are on the inside and how they make you feel. The kind of friendship you want, the life you want to build. Because when you start imagining a future that excites you, your ex stops being the center of your story. So create a dream board, not of a partner, but of your dream life. Travel, arts, community, whatever the case may be. And as you start building that life, the right person will fit naturally into it. So remember, don't just move on. Move forward into a future that lights you up. So here's a roadmap, the F.O.R.W.A.R.D formula. Feel what's real, observe your thoughts, refocus your attention, write, reflect, reframe, action with compassion, reconnect with yourself, and dream forward. Each one is simple but powerful. And want to know this, healing isn't about erasing your ex. It's about reclaiming yourself. Yes, the grief is real. Yes, the loops are hard. Yes, the nights feel endless. But every time you allow yourself to feel, every time you show yourself compassion, every time you choose to focus on you, you are moving forward. And one day you will notice, I haven't thought about them in a week. And one day you will wake up and realize your life feels like yours again. Because healing isn't about forgetting them, it's about remembering you. When you choose yourself, you stop settling and you start receiving the love you truly deserve. If this video spoke to you, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below and let me know one takeaway you got from this video. And if you're ready to go deeper on this journey, check out my video of self-love, as I mentioned earlier, because self-love is not a destination. It's your daily foundation for everything in your life. I'll link it right here and in the description below. I'm Eve, and this is Love Forward. Thank you for spending time with me. Remember, you're not alone, and your best chapters are still ahead. I'll see you next week.